If you think you're on the wrong track, I want to remind you that actually you are on the right track. A lot of the time, we might think we're on the wrong track because we're not seeing results, because we are doing our best, we are pushing with all the energy and the force, and nothing is happening. You feel like you're still in the same place, not moving forward, and not making progress. But I'm here to tell you today, right now, you are on the right track. You may feel uncomfortable. You may be out of your comfort zone. You may be doing things that you know you should be doing. Performing habits that you know are the right habits. And just really trying to work on becoming your best version. And as you're doing this, you think to yourself, why am I doing this? Because things are not how I want them to be still after everything. Let me tell you, there will be a day when you start seeing things change around you. And it's going to start with the most littlest things. And then you're going to see that all the effort and the consistency and the hard work is paying off. I remember using a particular app because I exercise every morning. I do a lot of walking as well. And on this app, there were different levels, right? And I would get onto the second level, on the third level, and I would be stuck at the third level. Now, I was consistent, right? But to be fair, I had recently started on this app, maybe a month or two, right? So when you start things, this is another thing I want to remind you. When you start things, you will find that you're still learning the ropes. You're still figuring out like the ways to go about this particular thing. You're still learning how to do your best in this particular thing. And so it takes time for you to get to a certain stage. I would say for you to pass that steep learning curve whereby you are comfortable doing whatever you're doing and getting used to it, right? So I started on this app and I noticed that I wasn't getting to the fourth level. And I was pushing and I was pushing and I was pushing. And I was like, what is going on? Well, do you know what happened? Quite recently, through consistency and through using that app, and figuring out and learning about the app and learning about the things that I could do to really push myself, I now became top of the group. I now moved to the next level. I now started getting people asking me to friend me and all this kind of stuff. And it wasn't through extra effort. No, it was just through time and consistency. Right? To the point that I am amazed at what is happening on this app as I speak to you, right? And sometimes it's like, just be patient. God is working on you. He's working on your brain. He's allowing you to see things that you won't always see. I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes if you're stressed or if you're trying to rush to do something, you will miss a lot of things, right? But when you're calm, when you're feeling good, you're feeling good in yourself, right? You will notice that you will see things that you didn't see before, right? As well as the fact that the more you do something, the more you become familiar with it, the more you understand it, right? So if you're questioning whether or not you're on the right track, I'm here to tell you, you are. Keep going. Number one thing, consistency. Another thing I must mention is that if you have big tasks ahead of you, if you have a lot to do, break it up into smaller pieces. Break it up into smaller goals. You don't have to do everything in one go. This also actually ties in with the consistency, right? If you do things in a big way, in a grand way, with all your effort, you exhaust yourself, and the next few days you won't be able to do anything. So for me, one of the things I do things bit by bit. I may have more energy one day than another, but I'm still consistent. I'm not going to do more because I have more energy. No, I'm going to do the small amount that I have set aside for that particular day so that my energy can be used for other things and it can be saved for the future day or the week or whatever. My point is, break things up. You don't have to do everything in one go. I think we've forgotten that we've got a God that backs us when we take action, right? We've got a God that has already done it for you, has already opened that path, has already given you everything you need. right? But you need to put in the action. You need to believe as well that what you're doing is right and it's going to take you where you need to go. It's all about commitment as well. How committed are you to doing whatever it is that you're doing, or to get into wherever you want to get? How committed are you? Because it really does make a difference. I often say when we don't see the fruits of our labor or the fruits of our effort, we want to give up. And it's almost like you've got to persevere. You've got to push through those difficult times where you're doubting because you're not seeing, and just believe that it will happen at the right time. Okay, so many things have happened quite recently for me, to the point that I'm just amazed at how much or how little I have to do now, because all the effort and everything else I put in the past is now showing its fruits. You know, it's now manifesting. And so don't give up. That's not even an option, to be very honest with you. If you truly believe that what you're doing, you're meant to be doing, and it's part of your purpose, it's part of something that you were made to do, then there's no quitting. So this is my advice: not to get weary, okay? Don't stop whatever you're doing. Don't feel bad because you can't see, things happening. Just be consistent. Focus on continuing to become your best self. Focus on your habits. Focus on consistency. Focus on breaking things up into small goals, and you will get this, okay? You are on the right track. Just keep going. Don't stop.